uses the glass on the layup.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've got Shepard, and it's Bowen in at the 2. And it's Hall missing. Here's Knox. So New York wins it. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. See you next time.
Finally feeling like I'm alive now. Everyday monotony making my mind cloud. Inner soul awakening, taking the time out. You done woke the beast and now it's time to get it. And deliver the sermon for the blind eyes and critics. I've been admitted, so it's spit it full of people on the line. The ones that ever show with a t-shirt that says Lamont. The sweat is purely for the sake of my inner soul. Let me see them hands when you at the revival.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Ali LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look at Hartford.
You know, for Hartford, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Now the starting group for Hartford. We've got Sanders. He's out there with Chambers, and it's Fields in at the shooting guard. And for the Timberwolves, Harper is out there with the Magician. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And there's the Monster. And it's Franklin in at the 4 spot. Greg, isn't this a fun time of year? Mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
Now, here is Fields. There's a good screen. A three-pointer off the mark. And the Timberwolves with possession. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp. Brought to you by AT&T. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Wong. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Chambers, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. This one for 3. The shot comes out. Hartford has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Roncic, he's guarded by Harper. Long with the rebound.
An 0 for 4 start. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
From past the arc. Another shot. And Wembanyama with the layup.
A huge part of Wembanyama's game, his ability to just devour the glass on both ends.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Hartford. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looked so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Big Dog, he's checked in for the Monster. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Sanders with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And here's Fields. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Here's Chambers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. Chambers hits them both. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Harper the pass to Big. Fires from deep. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Vukcevic. And here's Fields. From the arc. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
Franklin passes the Magician. Offensive rebound. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Fields. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Here's Runcic. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead.
Here's Chambers. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him, but he was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Chambers. Pass to Vukcevic. Pocket 6. Fields inside the line. And that one's on target from the wing. Fields has got 5 now. Puts up a deep 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Big Dog is out there with Jackson. Then it's White. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's May in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Jackson misses. Hartford trails by 6. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Minnesota with the ball, following the bucket by Hartford. Hubbard with the rebound. Hartford on offense.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Count it. 7 points for Big Dog.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Hartford calls time here. Changes for Minnesota. The Monster comes in for Big Dog, and Magician subbed in for Kobe White. And one thing we love about the NBA, Clark, the different styles that teams play with. So how important is pace?
I think it's critically important, Kevin, because the game is meant to be played at a fast pace. 24-second shot clock, 8 seconds to get the ball across the half-court line. And some teams really step on the gas pedal and try to play extremely fast. Others want to massage the pace. So I like the fact that there are different approaches to pace for the teams in the NBA.
Here's Chambers. It's Fields outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Howie, thank you for the report.
They'd love to get more help from him offensively right now.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Outside, Fields. Again, the miss by Hartford.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Pass to Wong. No good from outside.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Here's Gregory. Hartford moving the ball around. Outside, Fields. The rebound by May.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
1:35 left in the first half. Here's Wong. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot. That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. .115 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Magician. 17 points for him last game against Detroit.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Chambers. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Wong. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Here in the second quarter, he's been cold from distance. I think he may need to adjust his approach.
Here's Sanders. Minnesota with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the wing on the left. Here's Wong. Kept alive. Franklin. And he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Timberwolves.
Well, they got a lift from their bench. Those guys came in, got the buckets, took some pressure off their starters.
They have contributors up and down that roster. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Zadirka. He's been really playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here is Fields. On the floor for Hartford. We've got Chambers. He's out there with Sanders. And it's Fields in at the 2. Six on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so it's Minnesota with it. And here's Harper from the arc. Kept alive, Minnesota.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Minnesota now. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And here we go. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Fields, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now a look at the stats for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Minnesota leading by 10. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Wong. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Fires for 3. Rebounded by Chambers. Hartford trails by 8. Fields with it. He's picked up by Harper. Fields can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Wembanyama passes the Magician. Launches a 3. They get it again. Here's Wong. The 3. And that one is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
6 to shoot. From the stripe. Wong with the rebound. Wong's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go with the 3. Hartford with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Big Dog is checked in for Minnesota. And a switch here also for Hartford. Mays checked in. Magician passes to Big Dog. And here's Harper from the arc. Here's Magician. 3-pointer. Franklin kicks to Harper. Pass to Zadirko. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Big Dog's got 10.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Fires the three. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Magician. And that one, good. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The Timberwolves shooting a meager 37% for the game. Big Dog the pass to Magician. Outside Harper for three. That shot no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here he goes. Roncic. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. No good there. And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Magician is out there with White. And there's the monster. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Kessler in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Sanders' shot is off.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Pass the Magician. Bank shot, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Timberwolves leading by 9. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Hartford shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. And Hartford calls time here. So both teams making some changes here. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over the last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Hartford's head coach said to the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Thank you once again, Allie. Sanders, high post. Pass to May. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. May's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And it's Magician missing. Hartford trails by 8. Here's May. Pass to Hubbard. 6 to shoot. Over Jackson. Hubbard shot is off.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
The 3 goes down.
And that is why Triple J is a stretch 5. He doesn't clog the lane. Jaron really helps to space the floor.
Driving in. Launches it. Jackson with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. Shoots the 3. The shot is off.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Shot from 12. Does not go in. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. No good.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
1:57 left in the 4th quarter. Jumper is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Beyond the arc. That does not go.
Rough start for him for sure. He needs to make a shot just to gain some confidence.
Nice use of the glass on the finish.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. Puts up the 3, and it's off. Hartford trails by 9. 1:11 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves leading by 7. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. Not going to go.
Well, this is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Knocks down the three.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And Hartford calls time here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Can't afford to waste time. If they can get a score quick enough, they can get back on defense and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now Fields from outside can't get it to go.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
At the line for Minnesota, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
And Hartford calls time here. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Chambers. Lets it go. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And we'll see you next time.
sauce type. Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025. Who's calling it?
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Abby? Was it Danny? Is it Party? Where's the function?
Where the function? Where the function? The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to tell your girl, take a fine home, and that's real. Stop teasing me. Stop teasing me. I could change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you're leaving me. Leaving me. We got in the club. Got the whole six-sided.
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sideline. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at El Paso. They're hoping to break out from 8th place in the back half of the season.
I think for El Paso, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Now, New York starting 5. They've got Jabari Walker. He's out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Stevens in at the 2. And for El Paso, well, Stan, now we're around the midway point of the regular season. What's something you're keeping an eye on moving forward?
I'd say the trade deadline. This is the time of the season where the rumors really start to swirl and teams understand their needs. I'm interested to see which teams will make a move.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Well, getting a good offensive player, a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Jamison. Clock at 6. Here's Newton. Good D by Şengün. El Paso moving it around. Here's Gordon, and the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Walker. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. They set the screen from deep. The rebound by Zadirko. Here's El Paso now. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment. Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Down low. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Jamison. Pulls it from the top of the key and all around the rim that time before dropping.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Outside Walker. Pass to Jamison. Going inside. It's Jaquez on the wing. This one for 3. Rebound by El Paso. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
And Zadirko gets it to go.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The 3 is up. Jaquez no good. El Paso leading by 6. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Out left to the wing. 4-3, and El Paso hits again from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Jamison, coming off 41 points last game out. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
To halt the run, and the layup is up and in.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Time called here. El Paso decides to talk it over. Can check out the story for him.
And I'm sure he's hoping to correct the dip his three-point percentage has suffered over the last 10 games. He's going to be hustling hard to pull that back up again.
New York on D. They trail by 7. It's Pajemski on the wing. And he drives in. He's off on the layup. For New York, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Avdia passes to Şengün. Şengün, the screen. Here's Pajemski. El Paso, no good that time either. Pass to Jamison. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Jamison's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Just 3 on the clock. No good there. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. El Paso on top, up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for El Paso?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
We've got Brandon Pajemski, Alperon Şengün out there with Avdia. Then it's McNeely, and it's Bates in at the shooting guard position. And for New York, we've got Wembanyama, and it's Neely in at the 2. El Paso has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Pass to Pajemski. Here's McNeely. Here's Bates. No points so far.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Hardy, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
Here's McNeely, and he buries his first look. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
Time called here. El Paso decides to talk it over. Making a switch here, and it's getting down to the wire here. Just 7 days left in the All-Star voting. Here's how it looks.
It's all coming together. We've got a pretty good idea of who's going to make it.
The fans certainly took notice of his play this year. He has the lead in the Western Conference voting.
And, you know, thinking back on all he's accomplished this season, that's right where I expected him to be.
We'll be sure to update you as we continue to get results. Pass to Bates. The three. Jaquez grabs the board. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Jamison. Jaquez with a screen on Avdia. Here's Furphy. Still no points. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot here. Walker. It's hauled in by Bates. For El Paso, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Covered by Wembanyama. Over to the left wing. He buries it from 3. And El Paso leads by 2.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Avdia. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Jaquez finds Walker. New York working the ball around now. There's the drive. Right side Jaquez. Rebound by El Paso. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Off the outside. Pass to Şengün. Over Jaquez. Şengün, no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Jamison passes to Jaquez. Here's Furphy. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Bates.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Şengün in the post. Jaquez covers. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Jamison. He's got 7. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's perfect from the line this time.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Big Dog passes to Gordon. Shoots from 12, and the jumper is good. He's got 5.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Jamison. He's got 9. A shot from the high post. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. El Paso on top, leading by just 2. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh, what you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
Man, we've talked about it so much. Hard to believe we're almost an All-Star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first All-Star game for a player really memorable. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's the Deer Cove. To the inside, Şengün, and a nice finish on the layup. Şengün's got his second basket.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And for New York, Jaime Jaquez out there with Walker, and it's Jamison in at the point. Pass to Stevens. Shot clock at 5. Walker for 3. Rebound by El Paso. Here's the Deer Cove. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance. And now it's a 7-point El Paso lead.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Time called here. El Paso decides to talk it over. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You take a look at New York, and so far they own the 9th best record in the conference. Not where they'd like to be.
Well, right now for New York, they had some lofty goals to start the year. But they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
From outside the arc, Stevens with a rebound. New York trails by 4. Pass to Newton. And there's a pick. Here's Jamison. Outside Walker. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. Gordon against Walker. El Paso, no good that time either.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
El Paso foul called. Penman, second personal foul, first team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. El Paso leading by 4. Pass to Gordon. Here's the Dirko. Lets the 3 fly. El Paso, no good that time either. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. New York, again, can't hit. El Paso has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Now Gordon. They still need this. And it's New York with a rebound. Newton's got 4 rebounds now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside Walker. Pass to Stevens. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Hits the three-pointer. Stevens has got 6 points in the quarter.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
Time called here. El Paso decides to talk it over.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
making a change here. Pajemski's checked in. New York making a switch here. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. El Paso moving it around. And Zadirko gets it to go. Zadirko's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Wembanyama screen to the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Right side, Pajemski. Pass to Şengün. Here's Zadirko. And again, it's El Paso. 29 seconds left in the third. New York trails by 4. Here's Stevens. Give him 8 points now. Here's Wembanyama. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Şengün. New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Bates. Shoots over Hardy. Whoa! He just got it off in time!
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And we've reached the end of the third. El Paso on top, up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Missed inside.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
And for New York, they've got Hardy, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Clemens is checked in for New York.
Boris Clemens. Put your hands together for your El Paso dancer.
Now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
As always, Allie, we thank you. New York trails by 4. Here's Hardy. Pass to Clemens. He shoots a 3. Knocks down the triple. Clemens has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. El Paso has gone 6 of 14.